Small town mentality. Lock your doors. I grew up in a small town, the type where people don't really lock their doors. At least they didn't used to. When I was 14, female, I got a call to babysit for one of my regulars who had 3 daughters. It was December, so a lot of Christmas work parties were going on. I arrived and we went over to the usual rules. She mentioned the TV upstairs was out, so once I put the girls into the bed, just head down where there to watch TV. And so after playing with the girls for a while, I sent them off to bed and headed downstairs. I spent a few hours channel surfing. It was about 1:30 a.m. I remember grabbing the phone, though I can't remember who I was calling. Maybe my mom or my sister to let them know I will be really late. But I heard the door open upstairs, which sort of surprised me. The mom enjoyed the nights I babysat as she knew I was a night owl who could be there super late, like 3 in the morning, provided she held the cab for me. It was a small town, but I live on the other side of it. As I headed upstairs, I heard someone stumble, so I picked up my pace to make sure she was okay, only to find 3 people I had never seen before. Stranger danger! There was a clearly drunk woman laying in the doorway and 2 guys. The guys looked as surprised to see me as I was them. I asked why were they there. The girl had slurred out that they were there for the party. I was confused and asked if they knew Helen, the mother. One of the guys looked me up and down, and I began getting even more uncomfortable at the whole situation. He asked if I was alone here. I remember not wanting to answer because all I could think of was the fact that there were 3 little girls sleeping in the house. I decided instead of answering him, I would simply state there was no party here and that they needed to leave. The girl was admit that she was here for the party. The guy who had asked me the question took a step forward. I demanded this time they leave, and we all heard the sound of a phone button being pushed. I had forgotten it was even in my hand, but it seemed to be enough to startle the guy who thought I pushed it on purpose. The guy quickly told the other guy they were leaving and helped the woman up. As soon as they were outside, I slammed the door and locked it and quickly ran to the front window and watched them. They continued up the block, so it wasn't merely messing up the house numbers for them. The mom returned home 2 hours later and was confused why the door was locked. She was too drunk, so I just told her it made me feel safe. Girl, why didn't you tell the truth? I feel stupid for not telling someone, but they didn't really do anything. They did. They scared the shit out of you. To the 3 drunks on the winter night, let's not meet again. I agree. Wow. So it doesn't matter if in your town uh, is never ever happening something. You don't want to be the exception to the rule. So close your fucking door. I tell you, as a friend, as a stranger on the internet, close your door. And the mom, like, why is the door closed? Like, girl, you have three little kids in that house. Please lock up your door. Like, I'm sorry you didn't say anything, but I get you. I get you. Like, you know, you feel weird. You feel like you're crazy, but you're not. And you should have had told them, like, hey, these guys were making me feel weird and unsafe. And they asked me some weird questions, like if I'm alone, like why would you ask that, you know? And I am a girl and I'm alone, and doesn't matter girl or guy, like we can all be in danger, you know? Yeah, so lock your doors and stay safe. Lock your windows. Don't answer the door if it's a stranger. Call the police. Call the police if he's insisting. Like, yeah. Hope you like the story and I didn't bore you too much. See you next time. Merry Xmas. I know it's Christmas, but I wanted to seem interesting.